Not the off in mind. Aha. Now you don't hear all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get what he supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one. My ego, you go show na paper. My ego diary political. My ego na wamo la mo do. My ego diary.
Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you. And good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. The caption of the broadcast, read the description as well, and then you can make your own contribution. Accordingly, take your time, share the broadcast.
Godfatherism, go see Lord of Mayegun diary.
Oh, gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Summa billah.
Thank you very much. Please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear before I get fully into this, because I bet you are all, or if not everyone, majority of you are aware of what is going on. That's why you should take your time and read the caption of the broadcast, read the description as well. But I bet you have known this. So I started with the breakfast statement. Remember that? Gbogbo la ma jẹ breakfasts.
Oh, gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Summa billah.
That's right. So you have been reading the news, possibly following it to the letter. You have been following it to the letter. The news of the bombing of Kaduna Abuja Expressway by the terrorists. Don't worry about the rider that I used. The bandits bombed Kaduna Abuja by Kaduna Abuja Railway. No, I did that purposely because I don't want YouTube or Facebook to flag this video. So that's why I used the bandits. But it is more detailed as you are watching the broadcast now. But you have read it. Haven't you seen it? Haven't you been following it? If you haven't, I'll bring you up to date on that. Right? And I will also spring together some of the recent and the past events, and then leave you with your own conscience. If you still believe, or you still want to believe that this contraption can work, then I will leave you to that. The latest one, which is just going to be one among the others and the numerous that's still going to happen. And like I used to say, yesterday's survivors are the potential today's victims. Today's survivor are potential tomorrow's victim. Since tomorrow will turn to today, and on like that, it is obvious, even if they are not admitting it, it is obvious that an average Nigerian in Nigeria is just living by the day. An average Nigerian in Nigeria is just a disaster to happen, waiting to happen. An average Nigerian in Nigeria live by the day. And why? It is because of the state of insecurity in Nigeria that is backed, powered, and in fact weaponized by the rogues who are in charge of Nigeria. How? Through their doings and their undoings, through their public fraternization, and then the corridor of there's something they call a small corridor they opened for terrorists when they repent. So covertly, overtly, whatever it is, we know that the insecurity escalated when these jihadists decided to take over power. So here we are, the reality. And if you have been living in denial, and listen to this, if you pay attention very well, you will realize that, yes, the criminal elite who don't identify as a northerner or southerner, Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa, Christian, Muslim, or atheist, they are united in their evil and policy that brought this calamity, this disastrous bloodbath upon Nigeria and the Nigeria people. They don't identify as all those. And if you pay attention very well, if you have been paying attention very well, you will realize that the victims of all of this bloodbath, they have not been limited to just any singular ethnic or tribe in Nigeria. If you have been paying a very good attention, it all started in the northern Nigeria. Islamization of Nigeria, Boko Haram Caliphate agenda. Then we didn't know that those who were actually sponsoring and funding the terrorism are the same people you called honorable men and women in your polity, including those who are in the religious circle. But it was meant to be in the north. But when it was limited to the north, it was claiming its victim, and it wasn't even identifying whether you are a Christian or a Muslim only, whether you are a northerner or a non-northerner. Wherever you are caught up, you are a victim of what Nigeria has become, which means the victims of all of these killings are not limited to a singular tribe. Of course, so many people, some are speaking out or speaking louder than the others. For example, the obvious one, which is not even like just the Fulani terrorist only. We are talking about the ones that is Fulani terrorist powered governments killing the Igbos, committing ethnic cleansing right before your noses, right before your eyes, and you couldn't differentiate that between what the Nigerian military are doing in eastern Nigeria, what the politicians in eastern Nigeria, what they are doing to the people of eastern Nigeria. You couldn't, in a way, connect them to what the terrorists are doing in northern Nigeria and to what the same terrorists are doing in western Nigeria, the Yoruba land. Now, this is where, if you pay attention and you get to know that the victims, who can be anyone, anywhere, anytime, a disaster waiting to happen, right? That common thing alone should tell you that if people who are the victims, if they realize that they are the victims for real, right, and they are united, even in their victimhood, right, and push back and fight back, they are likely going to break the chain and the stronghold of those who are giving the energy to these criminals who continue to do these killings right before your eyes. It is pure terrorism, pure terrorism. But they have their base, they have their backing, and right before your face, right before your eyes, right, they are walking free. They are walking away to even commit even more crime. Now let's break it down. The crimes that this government of APC, Egbekegbe, brought upon Nigeria since 2015 is called total jihad. Those who they armed, the armed terrorists they told to invade the border with the porous open borders in northern Nigeria. They invaded Nigeria from all corners, and they were allowed to settle in. Why they continue to confuse those who are meant to be protected, the real well, if there's anything like Nigeria, the real Nigerians that were supposed to be protected, right? Why they were kept in the dark, in confusion, and the poverty battle on the side. They are terrorists, armed terrorists, they gain entrance. Why the same terrorists who now use takia, the same language, the same pattern of terrorists to gain access to government. And then once they gain access to government, then they change all the institution of that government into whatever their Sharia Islamic agenda is. They call it takia. Now, that takia is being carried out by the unarmed jihadists who took over government. And what have they been doing? They've ensured that the victims of their crimes are never really united to face the demon, to face the devil. Since you are not united, there's never a chance for you of victory, of defeating them. Now they have the upper hand, and they decide what is a crime and what is not a crime. Right before your eyes, they said they were releasing repentant terrorists. As they release more repentant terrorists, so is the crime, the terrorism in Nigeria continued to grow, and up to this moment, no single terrorist for all these crimes has ever been prosecuted or jailed. You know the story. That is the foundation of the division of Nigeria that these people are currently, supervising or superseding. So what happened? 3 days ago, the terrorists on bikes with AK-47, over 200 armed terrorists on bikes, they invaded Kaduna, the Kaduna airport. Listen to this. So before that invasion of the airport, right, there has been about a 10 days long killings, massacring, complete genocide in southern Kaduna. All of this was online. People were seeing all of that online, but there was no reaction. You know why? Because the people who are giving the protection to the terrorists in Kaduna is the government of Kaduna, led by the same devil, El Rufaya of Kaduna. Now, listen to this. So this is where you get to know that your government is the terrorist government, right? Kaduna State is the state in Nigeria that is hosting the largest number of military security formations, headquarters, and what have you in Nigeria. And for 7 straight years, it has been an endless killings, bloodbath in southern Kaduna. It got to a point that El Rufaya of Kaduna, right, when the terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, when they wipe villages, when they wipe the entire village out, those who escape, they end up in IDP camps, refugee camps. The terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, they took over the villages. You know what the government of Kaduna did? They renamed those villages, and they appointed Sultan and all this, their sheikh and all of them as the heads of all those places. Now, all these have been happening, and no single whimper from the Nigerian Defense Academy, Nigeria military this, Nigerian Air Force this, Nigeria police that, Nigeria that college this college that. Different formation of militaries. Military formation, security formation, headquartered in Kaduna. The terrorists will stroll in. Sometimes they will chase the soldiers. They will chase them out of their barracks, chase them out of their colleges, everywhere. They will ransack the place, loot the place, and they will be gone. Now, that is the practice for the past 7 years. Kaduna Abuja Expressway has become a no-go area, like for the past 7 years. It has claimed its victims in thousands, in tens of thousands, those who have been killed, those who have been kidnapped, and then those who have never been found again. Now, that's the story for the past 7 years. So 3 days ago, the terrorists, they did as they usually do, because people have abandoned Kaduna Abuja expressway for the terrorists. The Kaduna Abuja railway, the terrorists have attacked it several times. You know what they usually do? They will mobilize all their cows. They will move them onto the rail, onto the train tracks. Yeah. So when the train is coming, it will ram into the cows, eventually to stop, and then they will kidnap as many people as they want. And in Nigeria, the Nigerian government actually sent a circular, a warning to the Nigerian media that they must never report any act of a terrorist act in Nigeria. And they must not entertain the conversation around the report of people getting kidnapped, people being killed, and the rest of that. There is a memo circular. If you report it as a media house in Nigeria, you get sanctioned. You can even get jailed. This is how much they try to bury the whole thing in order to manage the people's reaction. And it's a long thing, I'll get to that part. People have started abandoning the railway too. So what? Between Abuja and Kaduna, I've been told, is probably just an hour drive. If you are driving, if you go by the train, it should be about maybe 45 minutes or maybe an hour as well. Now, people have to fly for about 20 minutes, I think, because they are running away. They are flying away from the terrorists. The terrorists that El Rufaya of Kaduna said he traveled all over Africa to beg the Fulanis to come back to Nigeria. Their brother is now in charge. That if they lost cows, if they lost anything when they were in Nigeria, right? When they were trying to do their domination, if they got killed or if anything, they should come back. They were ready to give them money. They gave them money. They gave them guns. They gave them access to the armory of Nigeria. And they left your military, your what have you, completely weakened. And it is deliberate. So the terrorists now went to the airport to stop flights. They killed 2 people at that airport. Do you see any reaction? Because they managed to bury it. But you can manage to bury some certain events if you quickly have people's camera, phones, and everything confiscated. But how do you bury the story of over 1,000 passengers on train hijacked by terrorists who bombed the track to derail the train, and they went straight into the first-class coach of the train, and they started picking people? Those who refused, who fought them, they shot them there. Do you know that people don't even have a clue of how many people killed in that Kaduna Abuja attack, rail line attack? They don't know yet, but I'm going to take you. I'm going to carry all of you trabaye on the whole thing. I'm going to give you the insights, the damages, and then you can then picture it and see why people like us will continue to say, if you don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria is going to kill you. If we don't end Nigeria, Nigeria is going to end us. And see, it may sound so harsh, so blunt, so like, total. Yes, it is. Everything else have been tried. They never work. They will never work because Nigeria is not put together to work for anybody. If you know that, you will stop the bleeding, that blood of those who could get killed or who are going to be killed. It could be any of your relatives. You may be celebrating happy birthday this morning. This evening, they may be sending you, sorry for your loss. And we all pray never to hear that, Abi. But it happens, and it's going to continue to happen. So, when they did that in Kaduna, no arrest, no fight back, no nothing. Do you understand that? You see, these terrorists, the way they operate, even the Nigeria military, they have seen them firsthand, and they have realized that Nigeria is finished. These guys, they can start war. The Taliban like war. They can start it in Nigeria, and they will be capturing city by city, state by state, until they capture everywhere. That's how much the capacity they have. All those lies they are telling you, Nigerian military can do this and that, they are all lies that you will soon explode on everyone's faces. When they come into town, when the terrorists enter, they are not coming like 50, 60 people, 100. Though. They come like 300, 400. They may have up to 250 bikes. Do you get that? And just 2, 3 Hilux buses or Hilux trucks. So you see, when they enter your area, this is not like armed robber group of 20, 30 people. We are talking about army. That is why they can easily overrun military bases and the rest of them. And it is like a practice there. There's a video. Let me give you an example of what it looks like. This video is not from Kaduna. I know so many people have seen this video, and they have promoted this video as the Kaduna invasion, the Kaduna airport invasion. No, this is not. This is a video from the campaign, the APC, Egbekebe's campaign in Sokoto in 2019. But I just want to use it as a context of what I'm telling you, what their invasion looks like on the bike. And what can it look like if they invade a tarmac of airports, right? Check this video out, just for context.
Yeah. Filming, good. Sokoto from the Congress.
Do you understand that now? Some of you have seen the video out there, and they actually presented them as the video of the invasion of the airports, but it's not. It was these Buharidins, the Buhari idiots, the cyberbarians, in their usual way, when Bukwari was touching down or something like that in Sokoto or something. So they were there, they invaded the tarmac and everybody, and that was what happened there. But just imagine that. Close your eyes. That video I just shown you just now. Just close your eyes for a second and imagine 400 Okadas with AK-47 guns. And you are right there in a plane. What are you going to do? That is exactly how they operate. Do you understand? They come from everywhere. Now, see, as they are coming from everywhere, imagine if they were shooting. Just imagine the scene. That is exactly the terrorists that Nigeria is pardoning. That's the context of the terrorists that APC, Egbekegbe, for 7 years protected, provided money for, and they said they are rehabilitating them. That is the context of the terrorists who bombed the train track along Abuja Kaduna Expressway. Families, people who have plans, who have dreams, people who have hope, like you and me, people who have life issues, concerns, things that bothers them, their joy, their happiness, people who look forward to something great. Everyone going home. God knows where home was for them. Nearly 1,000 people. Then boom, 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 like magic. It was like a war zone. People started there, screaming for help. Those who could call, those who could send messages, and on that train trip, there were Hausas there, there were Fulanis there were Yorubas there were Igbos there were anything from everywhere. People of normal life. Buhari idiots, cyberbarians, the non-Nigerians, the Biafrans, the everybody, humans who have no so much say in why their government is rehabilitating terrorists rather than prosecute them. They got caught up, and that could be anybody. Just like the lady that got killed. So many people have been confirmed killed, though. But you see, Chinelo Megafu, Dr. Chinelo Megafu. Let me see if I still have a picture here. Just for context as well. Let me see. Okay, I don't. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to take you all to the scene a little bit. Then I'm going to take you into what happened after, in order for you to know that Nigeria is broken. Nigerians are broken. A lot of things have been damaged inside Nigerians. And they are either too proud or too ashamed to admit before they can easily say, enough, we shouldn't be like this. We shouldn't become silly people without conscience. But again, every tragedy in Nigeria, when it exposes the fraud called One Nigeria, it also exposes the hypocrisy and the damages, psychological damages that Nigeria has done in so many Nigerians. It is a basket case of sadness. Anyone could be the victim. Let me give you an example, right? When the news broke, they are attacking us. They are attacking us, airports. The first one that caught the attention of the people was the message of Chinelo. Let me bring a picture on. It's going to help what I'm about to share with you. 1 second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just share my screen with you. So when the news broke and people were like, they are being attacked, please help us. Nobody was going to help them. They were on their own. However, the terrorists knew what they came for. They came to kidnap as many people as possible. And they would do it successfully without any hindrance, right? One of those who screamed for help was Chinelo, Dr. Chinelo Megafu. I have been shot. Please pray for me. And the first set of people to respond, Nigerians, they didn't pray for her. They attacked her. They abused her. Some even asked, are you dead now? Yes. The vile, the cold-heartedness of your leaders, the criminal, heartless, aimless people that call themselves your leaders, they are just the reflections of the people they lead. First clip from inside the train is this one. So, and another one from the scene is this. Right. And I think here is another one that actually shown the damages a little bit. Sorry, they are just short clips, okay? Hang on. That's when Pastor Ruga went there.
Okay. Okay. Diga kan eldin ne. Kan eldin. Suka plantin bomb. Hi. Oh my God. Kaman gobara fa irin da aka ji. Ka. Amma an duba nan ba mutum. Okay. Ga kai a gaba kan ne daga inji sai kai. Akwai generator. Then head. Kai sun riga sun bata wannan gaba da. This coach is gone. Haba. Na equal repairing.
So that's the inside. All right. So if you check your screen, I decided to go on Twitter. That is where the conversation is pretty much so active. She asked for help. She's not the only one. She said, please, I've been shot. Please pray for me. Right? They didn't pray for her. They thought she was chasing clouds. Right? They were like, oh, shut up your mouth, enemy of Nigeria. You are just, there are these characters on social media who are called the Buhari idiots, the Lagos Abobakus. The Yoruba version of them, they are called the Southwest BMC, Buhari Media Team, BMT or BMC. Their own is to always water down the truth, especially if that is going to expose the fraudulent association they joined in the name of Yoruba people. So they went for her. She was shot right there in her chest. Right? She, according to the report, she worked in Kaduna. Okay. She was traveling to Abuja, and the terrorists bombed the train, the track, and they started shooting. One of the bullets hit her. And before she died, she was able to tweet and say, I have been shot. Please pray for me. And as Nigerians, the hypocrites or hypocritical Nigerians, thank God for those, not every one of them, because people have been really, really speaking up, right? They didn't pray for her. It's Ifnumbu, Lagos Abobakus, the ass lickers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers. What did they do? They went for her straight up, right? And then in one of their response, look at this, your screen. Chinelo, who just recently resigned as a medical doctor and was billed to leave Nigeria this Friday, just about 4 days away or 3 days away. She was meant to leave Nigeria and pursue a career outside Nigeria, but she won't be able to do that. So in a time of need, possibly among those who, never believed that Nigeria could happen to them, which is always the warning. Nigeria will happen to you. Nigeria will happen to anyone as long as Nigeria continues to exist. If you don't believe it, you may have to believe it in a very hard way. I am in the train. I have been shot. Please pray for me. The first person to respond is this person, Iyabo Awokoya. Arinola Ifeoma, she always use that kind of name on social media to show that she's married to an Igbo. She's detribalized, but she's the symbol and then the poster girl for the Lagos Abobakus. Okay, the ass lickers, the crumb eaters, including, because she doesn't live in Nigeria. Okay, I'm going to show you a picture. That's her response. Oniroshi. She's also supposed to be a mother, by the way. Now, she didn't tweet and say, this country is a terrible place. This country, this and that. She said, I have been shot. Please pray for me. That's all she tweeted, right? But to them, oh, look at you. You want to spoil APC name. Eh? What are you doing on Buhari's train? Are you not, because of her name, she was automatically tagged IPOB. And guess what? She deserved whatever happened to her. That's exactly what they said. Listen, these are the Lagos Abobakus. This one of them, this Arinola, I'll show you a picture. She lives, I think she lives in either UK or Canada, I don't know, okay? But she's the symbol of poverty. As it is, she's the one who always encourages, you know what I mean? The poverty message of APC. If you complain that you can't really afford a bag of rice anymore, Mama Poverty will come after you. If you complain that government is minimum wage is 30,000 naira, there's no job, there's no this and that, Mama Poverty will come for you. But they have their crew like that. The reason why they are enslaved to what Bokwari and APC Egbekegbe does is because of Tifnumbu. These are the foot soldiers who some of you see on social media and you blame, you say Yoruba this, Yoruba that. These are the Omoale Yorubas. Some of them live in Nigeria. Majority of them don't live in Nigeria. They are those who live outside Nigeria, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers that I told you of. They will never live in that place because they know it's a shit hole, of course. So they didn't pray for her. This one, Abolore said, are you dead now? Vile, atlas, rogues. Here is another one. They call him Woye. I think this one live in the UK, right? So, are you dead now? From them, right? So, that was the vileness. However, it didn't end there. One of the other parts that you probably have also heard is this. Of course, when the terrorists struck, when they were operating, there were some soldiers who responded. Do you know what happened to them? They smoked them like suya. That's what happened. Although this image may be kind of disturbing, in fact, will be very disturbing for some of you. So I advise viewers' discretion on this. So check your screen if you can still see. Let me see. Like I said, it's quite disturbing. So I am going to take it off now. Okay. So give me a sec. We don't know the numbers of people killed. We don't know the numbers of people kidnapped. But as you are watching this video, the terrorists have now contacted the families of those they kidnapped. Among those they have told us killed, some of them are government workers who were traveling on official assignments, and Nigeria happened to them, and it can happen to anybody, just at any time. You just need to pay attention to what we have been telling you. Nigeria is designed to kill us. There is no genuine effort to punish terrorists in Nigeria. There is no genuine effort, even as a political party, as a government, even as a people from northern Nigeria, the elite and the rest of them. There is no proven effort that they are going to end this. It is going to be another tragedy in the basket of, or in the bag of the tragedies that you have known with Nigeria. These bombing and killings along Kaduna Abuja Expressway, sometimes we put to question, all the time put to question, what happened to the Tucano jets they bought? What happened to nearly $1 billion they invested in arms and then ammunitions to fight terrorism? Of course, you have an idea what happened. Most of those weapons have found their ways into the eastern Nigeria, where innocent people have been hunted down and they're massacred in droves. They are being buried in shallow graves. All these crimes are being hidden. And therefore, the personnel, the people that should go after terrorists, they are all there in eastern Nigeria. And it is also a total media blackout, complete blackmail, falsehood and misinformation, just to continue to keep you in the dark. Ask yourselves, how is this so convenient for ragtag criminals, ragtag armed criminals, to be able to overrun this, the security or the military defense of a country like Nigeria without any insider compromise? Ask yourselves this. When you then find the answers, then you have the answers to why you should never in any way, overtly or covertly, continue to indulge the continued existence of Nigeria. Nigeria is not one. Nigeria is not united. There are no heroes past that is in any way worked for any great country called Nigeria. Nigeria is not great. Don't let anybody lie to you. What you are doing is that you are contributing blood, which is actually the energy, the lifeline of the existence of Nigeria. Now, look at it this way. If you can see the context of what Nigeria has become, if you can see those behind it, if you can see through the charade, the lies, the